Moving on, Alex Perez also gave us some very interesting details on what we can expect for the Guardians of the Galaxy in the future, Doomsday, Secret Wars, and beyond. And Guardians fans, you're not going to like hearing this, but for the most part, there's not going to be any Guardians in Doomsday or Secret Wars outside of Star-Lord, whose role I'll touch upon in a second. But Alex Perez did mention that the Gamora that's displaced from a different timeline and time stream, whatever you want to call it, is actually going to be used as an example for why the universes have been colliding and why incursions have been happening, which is actually a really good thing that I feel like a lot of people wanted explained, because it's always been kind of interesting why the TVA never took Gamora, because in Loki we saw that Loki wasn't supposed to be in the time frame that he was, so the TVA arrested him and took him in, but they never did that with Gamora, so it's going to be interesting to see how they explain that. But as for Chris Pratt Star-Lord, we already know that he's going to be the main Guardian that's going to be involved in Doomsday, Secret Wars, and beyond, and he's most likely going to be getting his own, solo project, because we saw the legendary Star-Lord will return. Plus, we've already seen him show up in concept art of what looks like Vision Quest. Like, I just want to know how they became friends in the first place. Like, this is just such an interesting concept for me. So it's like, White Vision go and live in his grandpa's neighborhood where he currently lives again. And then we also had this leaked concept art of Star-Lord with Wong in the Young Avengers. So clearly whatever happens in Vision Quest leads to the Young Avengers, Star-Lord teaming up, and then us getting some type of culmination of all of them in Doomsday or Secret Wars, most likely Secret Wars. But if you haven't read Jonathan Hickman's Secret Wars run, you probably don't know that Star-Lord was actually one of the key members that stayed on the life raft that made it to the new battle world. And he actually plays a pretty critical role in that, where him and a Black Swan free Groot, who was the throne that Doom was sitting on. So if I had to guess, Star-Lord is going to have some type of role like this, where they need him to do something. I mean, duh. But mainly what I need Star-Lord to do is give us those fire needle drops.